There's so much time for you to live different lives. And if one of those lives are traveling for 6 months or traveling for a year or traveling for 5 years, then let it be, let it happen. Like, you don't need to live the same life every day. Like, we can literally choose who we want to be tomorrow. Like, we can live different lives. What's good, guys? It's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, I'm a nomad, currently living in Vietnam. I quit my job 6 months ago to travel. I have been running on savings, I'm unemployed, and I don't know what's next. And that's okay. That's okay. I get a lot of questions like, how are you able to do this? Like, you're just not working, or like, what's the vibe? I wanted to answer those questions in this video. I'm going to split it up into 3 parts: mindset, faith, and savings. So the first answer, mindset. That mindset is ultimately letting go of the idea of a 5-year plan, of the idea of planning out your life to a T and knowing exactly what's going to come next, and open yourself up to the universe's infinite possibilities. To go into such an unknown, ultimately the idea of quitting your job and going traveling, quitting your job and going to live abroad, like, it's scary. The reason I put mindset first is because no matter how much money you have, you're unlikely to make a move like this without the right mindset. Your thoughts become reality and all of that good stuff. So kind of having that belief in yourself that you can earn money beyond the traditional way, you can make a living beyond how we've been taught. Like, it actually feels more freeing to just let go and be and flow with life, as opposed to be so rigid on how everything's going to be, when it's going to happen, and all of that jazz, right? Like, yes, we have pillars, we have milestones, but it's like every day just be open to something that you don't expect to happen. Does that make sense? The second, faith. This might look different for different people. This could look like having faith in God, having faith in yourself, having faith, period. Whether you believe in God or not. It's just having faith that everything is going to work out. Like, we owe it to ourselves to have that school of thought. Again, going back to that cycle, thoughts become reality. Yes, one could get stuck on, what if it doesn't work out? What if I go broke? You don't know that, right? The future's unknown. That's a fact. So you could either tell yourself, what if it doesn't work out? Or tell yourself, what if it works out and I thrive? And you owe it to yourself to lean into that belief system. It's kind of mindset, faith intertwined. Regarding work, for me, I don't know what it will look like. I'll be honest, like, I'm still unemployed. I'm not sure what employment is going to look like moving forward, and that's okay. Being okay with that. It sounds crazy. And where I see faith coming into application a lot, if I'm applying for remote roles on LinkedIn, on Indeed, whatever, I get anxious. I'm like, oh my God, like, no money's coming in. I need to make money ASAP. Like, what's going on? It's been 6 months, and I'm anxiously applying. I stop. I catch myself and I'm like, nah, watch the energy that you move in. Watch the energy that you do things in. If you find yourself doing things in fear, don't do it. Like, don't move in fear, move in faith. Take a step back, check in with myself, you know? For me, that looks like taking a step back and journaling and meditating, going for a walk, clearing my mind, you know? And also maybe doing some affirmation work to build up that faith back in myself, back in God, and faith in the journey. But when I get to a place where it's like, I'm moving out of abundance, I'm moving out of faith, I'm moving out of inflow, I can go to apply to jobs. I can go to look for opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that nothing good is going to come out in the long run, is going to come out of moving in fear and scarcity. And 3, having savings. Okay, so that's important. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Having savings, having money to come out here is important. Prioritize saving. Prioritize having enough in your account that you can move out here and it can sustain you for like 6 months or a year, for example, or even just a month. For my situation, I'm living off savings. I look for remote working opportunities here and there so I can be location independent. And I also do some freelancing work to help bring some money into my account here and there. But it's nothing as close to what a salary would be, you know? And with all transparency, I'm not sure what my working situation will look like, but I'm trusting the process. It's like, ultimately, and this is going back to mindset because they all intertwine, it's like, ultimately the aim is to live a life in alignment with your truest self, with your higher self. And I know that the life I was living before became no longer in alignment with my higher self, with my truest self, with my desires. But this life that I'm living now is in alignment with my higher self, or more in alignment. So I know it's going to work out. I'll keep you posted. But no, in all seriousness, it's like, if you're living in your truth, the universe is going to look after you. Hopping back to money, which links into mindset, be okay with not working. That's something I had to kind of get my head around, because when I first kind of became nomadic, I was like, okay, like I'm not working for a bit, like I'll just pick up something remote. And I thought, okay, a month in, 2 months in, like I'll find something. It's 6 months and I haven't. And I've had to learn to be okay with not working, and being around people who are also not working made it easier. Not being employed doesn't mean you're sitting around being a bum. And that's what I needed to kind of get through my mind. Because I was like, rah, like, just because you're not working doesn't mean you're not useful. Just because you're not working doesn't mean you're not like of value. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I had to get my head around. There are people out here that's taking a sabbatical, an intentional sabbatical for a year. They kind of save up, they forecast a year's expenses, and they plan to go back to their home countries. But for a year, they're like, that's it, I'm not working. There's so many other things you could be doing that's of value. You could be working on your business. You could be working on your mindset. You could be working on yourself and discovering yourself, rediscovering yourself as an adult, finding out what activities you do like, what you don't like, learning how to mingle with other people. Right now I'm in a Toastmasters class and I'm learning how to public speak better. So that's something that I've been able to take up with extra time in my hands, right? And these skills, they're going to carry you through your next employment or your next project or what you work on, right? So it's not time wasted. And at the very least, you're kind of giving yourself a break from the working world. You're kind of giving yourself a chance to think outside of a 9-to-5 schedule. You're giving yourself a chance to be outside of a 9-to-5 schedule. Who are you outside of that? What do you do when you create your own schedule? Like, what do you lean into? What do you like, dislike? And kind of, again, that rediscovering yourself, that vibe. So yeah, to wrap up that point, it's like being okay with the idea of not working for X amount of time. You know, once you've got a set amount of savings. But as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, no matter how much savings you have, like the mindset work is important to just kind of be okay with letting go and not knowing. Money comes in and flows in and out of life in such unpredictable ways that if you actually let go, truly, you'll see that happen. You'll witness that. You'll experience that, and then it will be easier for you to continue letting go and moving flow. Your savings back home can get you so much further out here in Vietnam, Southeast Asia, or some other countries. For my living expenses, my apartment cost me $460 a month, but people can get apartments out here for $200. Like, honestly, you can get a studio apartment for $200, and it's decent. It's not like run down. I would spend £250 a week expenditure, everything. That's groceries, eating out, food, activities, transport, $250 a week. And that's on the higher end. And that's with myself and my husband. So that's two of us spending $250 a week. In total, I mean, this doesn't include like flying costs and stuff, but living every day to day. In total, that's $1,460 a month to live, for 2 people to live. That figure alone was my rent back home for 1 person. So anyways, on that note, I would like to add a 4th pillar. We've talked through mindset, faith, money. I would like to add a 4th consideration, which is privilege. I do acknowledge that there are some factors in my life that act as a safety net that make it easier for me to make a move like this. Like, these things aren't necessary to make a move like this, but it helps. I.e. having a partner. Realistically, if he picks up work, then we both have money. If I pick up work, then we both have money. So obviously that's 2 times the chances of getting income. It helps, you know, having parents, having family and friends that you can stay at. So if like shit really hits a fan and like, I'm like, I've got no money, I don't know what to do, I can go back. We can both go back to my mom's house or his parents' house. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's an option. I know it's not an option for everybody. And I don't really entertain this thought often because it's not the plan. But I do acknowledge that if you don't have somewhere to go to, it changes how you may take risks, essentially. If you're like, wait, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to be homeless. So I understand that it makes it easier to do a risk like this. Another is passport privilege. Let's be real. I think a lot of us take that for granted or don't realize how much of a blessing it is to have a passport that can allow you to come to these places of ease, you know, or like visa free, if you like. And ultimately, I say these privileges to say, and there's probably more that you may have. So if you kind of reflect and realize you have a privilege, like if your parents can give you money, like it wasn't the case for me, like my husband and I, we saved intentionally, you know, but there's so many privileges that it's like, if you have them, acknowledge it and use it. You know, like use the cards that you've been dealt. Anyways, guys, listen, there's so much time for you to live different lives. And if one of those lives are traveling for 6 months or traveling for a year or traveling for 5 years, then let it be, let it happen. Like you don't need to live the same life every day. Like we can literally choose who we want to be tomorrow. Like we can live different lives. The decision starts from within, you know, the choice starts from within. Like when I meet people, I'm 29 and I feel like I'm on the younger side of people that I meet. And it's funny because I feel like the consensus is back home. It's like, oh, if I was younger, that's a younger people's thing. I have too much responsibility, too much work, mortgage, this, that, and the third. Like, oh my God, I've just started doing interviews. So you'll see a couple of them up, but I want to talk to more of these people to show you guys like the different circumstances that people come from and they make the move anyway, you know? I say that to say I'm on the younger side, I'm 29, but there's people out here in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s that are just out here nomadic, living, maybe take a sabbatical, whatever it may be, and has just change their life around essentially. And it could be temporary, it could be permanent, but again, they're flowing with it type vibe. It's just such a wide variety of people from different places. So I just encourage you, if it's something you desire, to do the same thing too. The money will come back. The job will come back with the right mindset. If you find yourself moving in anxiety, moving in scarcity, and moving out of fear, stop and recenter yourself. These things will come back with an abundance mindset. It will come back when you move in faith. It will come back when you trust yourself, when you let go, when you let the universe do her thing. So yeah, I don't know what's next. At this moment, I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam until January. It's now end of November. I'm not sure what country is next. I'm not sure if we'll just extend our stay here. I'm not sure if we'll just run out of money and have to go home. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know what's next. But so far, I've already run into like meeting so many people and so many potential opportunities that I'm really excited for what's next. Like, I don't know what it will look like, but I'm excited. Even doing something like this and coming on YouTube and chatting, it's like so out of my comfort zone. I've just been able to come out of my shell here and it's just been so freeing, like in all honesty. It's just like, I'm a big advocate of it. Come out here, experience living in another country, even if it is just 1 month, that's 4 weeks, you know, and let yourself experience an alternative way of living. Just open your mind to it. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up because I've been rambling for way too long. If you got to the end of this video, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and let's chat. Do you want to make a move like this? Like, what's stopping you? Let me know if you want me to dive deeper into any topics, you know? Yeah, we can chat. Thanks guys, appreciate y'all.